And then for all you fools that go out there and buy that $1,000 iPhone 11, you mean to tell me you can't spend $9.99 on the iBooks app and get my copy of the book?
Right, don't be cheap.
The relation you spend $1,100 on your phone. Now put some real smarts into the smartphone.
For $9.99.
You want to dig? Okay. Both books, The Relationship Dismount and my latest book, The Holographic Relationship, is available on iBooks and Kindle on Amazon. But if you want a paperback copy of The Holographic Relationship, you just gotta come see me at IamZoeWilliams.com. Now, all of the promoting has concluded. Everybody in my chat room on YouTube right now, you already know the drill. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and more importantly, while we're radio homeless right now, we out here
Radio homeless. I like how you put that.
On the show vagabond side of the game. We homeless. No, we not.
But we making
Ecor said, no, you not.
We got a home
You
right
you
here.
home right here. I wish you guys could see where we are right now. People don't understand.
It's dope.
Black people working for black people, working with black people, that is the key. Come on over here and sit down, Mayla. You're good. The camera on me. Come on over here and sit down. No, but black people working with black people, that's the key for the future in terms of how we come up. It's vibrationfrequency.com. That's where we are right now. They got the fly green screen. You see the relationship dismount behind me?
That's dope.
I ain't got a book that damn big. They got technology up in here, man. Do you understand? Vibrationfrequency.com. Everybody should go there, take a look at their website, look at what they offer. And I'm just excited to be here because it's brothers.
Right.
Brothers looking out for brothers, you know?
Power to the people.
So now
That's
that
right.
all of the promoting is done, the topics shall flow. I don't know if y'all ready for this.
I don't know if we are either, but we
So-
come every week.
On my Instagram, this is what I posted, right? What topic would you like for me to cover with the ladies tonight on The Voice of Reason? So instead of picking one topic, we're going to cover a few of them.
Okay. I like.
The topic I want to cover first, though, ain't even in this list. I have my own topic,
Okay.
and I want y'all to deal with it. Because men, we stay out of the way. But y'all don't. Here's your topic. How can there be equality with men? Black feminists, white feminists. You know the white feminists don't come to help y'all anyway. Unless they need your votes. Sisterhood, peace, sisterhood. Vote
Kick
for
rocks.
this white man who's gonna keep the generational wealth on our side. But sister,
True.
how can there be equality with men when women are each other's biggest haters?
Ooh. True. True.
Y'all got to deal with this shit this evening.
Right. This is a great topic.
I'm just saying, in every relationship, it's some dude's fault. It's some man's fault, isn't it? Tell the truth. This church this evening. Tell the truth, sister. Come down to the altar. Jesus and them waiting. How y'all gonna get equality with men when y'all barely can stand each other? That ain't a question I'm supposed to answer. That's the question y'all supposed to answer now.
Well, okay. So I'll go first.
Well, you've already done that.
So I think the problem is in the way women are raised. If you poisoned by a bitter ass mama all your life, and you see your mama just destroying her friends, you know, she's on the phone constantly, downing her friends, downing other women, you're going to pick up that negative attitude. And that's how you're going to go into life. Thank God my mother had good friends.
So wait a minute. Are you saying it's mamas who perpetuate female hate?
Yes.
Damn, I wish
It's
the
showing
phone
the
lines
fuck
was
ain't a daddy
cracking.
doing it. It ain't a daddy doing it because a daddy don't give a fuck. They don't want to hear all that gossipy bullshit anyway. It's
That's
a
why I
mama.
said men stay out the way.
It's
We're
always
not doing
a
all
mother.
that. If you a real man, you're not gossiping and catty and
No.
comparison and doing all this hate shit.
No.
Why do women hate each other so much? Can somebody
I
explain?
can say why black women hate each other so much, and it stems
Well, you
from
can't
slavery.
answer every question. Let somebody else talk. Peaches, Mimi, can you jump in here? Because Peaches will talk all night.
Well, I feel
Like a hit, here you go.
I feel like people, when they don't love themselves, they hate on other people. Or first of all, women compete. They always want to be the bigger fish in the fish tank. You know, whoever you hanging out with, when you hanging out, you checking out the fellas, or even if you're not checking out the fellas, you just out. They want to be the biggest fish in the fish tank. In other words, they want to be the one that everybody's saying, hey, what about the one in the purple? And then she's the one in the purple, and everybody knows it's her. And so a lot of women compete with each other. It ain't even really about a dude some of the time. They coming out to compete with each other. Wait till they see me tonight. I'm going to have on this. Yeah, they want a dude to hit on them. I'm not saying that. They want to catch somebody's attention. But at the same time, women compete. And if one woman gets more attention than the other woman, there becomes some type of a jealousy or some type of, oh, you want to compete with this person if you don't love yourself. If you love yourself, it means nothing to you to see others check out others.
Mayla, grab that microphone, young lady, and tell us, yeah, there you go, and tell us why you hate other women.
I was going to answer the question you had originally asked.
Because here's the thing. We finna give a gang of cotton candy ass responses. Because if people don't love themselves inside, and then there's...
Ask the original question.
Have you hated on other women?
No, that's not the original question.
No. This is
The
my
one
show.
I
The
answered.
one you answered.
Well, she answered that.
No, for
You get a different question, Mayla. Accepted millennial.
Okay.
Have you hated on another woman before, yes or no?
No.
Not ever.
Hated another woman.
You gotta speak it to the mic, baby.
Any other time that I don't want to say, I wouldn't use that term. If a person I'm talking to is disrespecting me from another female and she knows I exist, I don't fuck with her off top.
Come on, let's get busy. Let's go. Give us the inside.
Especially if she knows that I exist and this bitch is still like.
There we go.
Yeah,
Then
vibing.
I fucking hate her, to be honest.
Did you call
Not
her a
only
bitch?
do I just hate her, but I hate all her homegirls too.
Oh, damn, man.
Ooh.
That's a homie.
That's how
There
I am,
we
though.
go.
That's how I am, though, because it's about respect. It's about respect at the end of the day. And bitch, you showing me that you don't respect me, so I don't fuck with you.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
You called her bitch twice.
3
So
times.
can we now call y'all bitch?
No.
No? Okay, cool. Just another
Only if I'm
contradiction I'd
doggy
like to
style.
point out.
Only if I'm doggy style. You
Women get to call each other bitches. Now this girl just called a real person that ain't here to defend themselves a bitch 3 times in 32
It's
seconds.
no particular individual I was calling a bitch. I'm hypothetically speaking, all right?
I'm with you, bitch.
No, look at that. See? See? Oh God. Tell me, I know you've hated on a woman.
Not first. I hate to retaliate. I retaliate. That's the word. Retaliate. Bitch, I see you, but if you keep fucking with me, you're going to see the scorpion's tail all up in your neck. Because I'm going to retaliate. I'm not going to start it.
You never started hating on somebody.
No. I started one fight because of some dumb shit. Hey.
No, I'm talking about the deeper issue like
No.
envy,
No.
jealousy, comparison. Even bad women compare themselves to others. So can we stop with the lies?
I compare myself to other women, but I don't compare myself in hate. I'm not that kind of person. I'm one of them
You feel like a
happy,
hater.
Well, I feel like a lot of shit to a lot of people, but I'm not. I'm one of them giving type of people. I'm cool until you fuck with me. Once you show me who you are, then you've unleashed a bitch. Now, fuck you. And I ain't gonna say fuck all your friends. 'Cause
Then
your friends
Mayla.
ain't did nothing.
She said, I'm going to hate all your friends. We got that bar, though, didn't we? That bar came through, didn't it?
Right. I try not to hate on people, but I'll tell you when it has happened at one day. It happened when I realized somebody I was dating liked someone else, and I felt like he really liked this person. So it wasn't like that I was hating, but I was like, damn, what do he like about her? I mean, what is it about her? And so I sat there and sized her up. You feel me? Where I wouldn't really normally do that. I don't take the time to size you up because I'm doing my thing. But in this case, I sized her up. You feel me? I broke her all the way down. I found everything wrong. But that may not be a right thing to do. But when you in a situation, your dude is seeing somebody else, or if your woman is seeing somebody else, you like, why they like them? I'm this, and that. And you like them? I want to check this one out. And I'm checking it out.
Like,
Otherwise,
look at
I'm
that
tripping on
bitch. Her booty ain't even that big. Oh, stupid bitch. Probably dumb anyway. Dumb trick.
Lot of bitches, lot of tricks. Y'all cannot get on a man for talking reckless when y'all call each other the words you refuse to let us call you. How mad do black women get when a black man call her a bitch?
Because when y'all calling us bitches, usually because you meaning that shit at that moment.
Oh, so y'all don't mean it when y'all call each
No,
other
when
bitches?
we say bitch
She
at different
meant
levels.
bitch 3 times. She meant it.
We say bitch at different levels. Like when I said I'm with you, bitch. She knew I meant that in endearment. There's different levels of bitch with women.
Oh, like my
like
nigga.
Yes, bitch
Oh,
has
this my
different
bitch.
levels. So if I
So
say
what if
bitch,
your man say, you my bitch?
then
like
I'm
that.
his bitch.
I like that. Call me that.
But if he say you stupid bitch, dumbass bitch, we got problems. Just saying.
It's different levels.
Unless
of
I'm
bitch.
sucking his dick, then that might
But
be
you know
okay.
what? We sing songs that say
Whoa.
all these bitches
I mean, it
and
might be
all
a
these
game we're
hoes
playing
and
with
somebody
fuckers.
here is gonna fuck. And so I think it just depends on what kind of woman you are. I know I'm not that bitch, so I'm singing that song. I'm not tripping on, oh, that's me. I'm tripping on this the song and I like it. Now, if somebody's saying it in an angry way, then that's a different thing. Other than that, if he'd be like, oh, bitch, you looking good as a motherfucker, I'm not mad. I'm like, shit, what up? You know what I mean? I'm not mad at a person saying that. But if you say it in a way where I feel like you trying to demise me or demean me or make me feel less than, then that's a different type of thing. And then I'm going to ask you why you got to get so disrespectful, because we really don't have to take it there. Respect is due.
Okay, all right. But I've said that to a woman before and she was highly offended.
Was she?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, but you know what? That's
Like,
the
you
one.
looking really good, bitch.
And she got mad?
But that's
It
a
was my
different type.
woman. I was like, bitch, you looking great.
She should've
Oh my
said
God.
thank
She was
you.
like,
She should have backed that thing up on you.
She was
Shit,
turned.
What, baby? What?
she was very upset. She was
What bitch you want
heated.
tonight?
Our shit
You feel
almost
me?
ended that night.
What? But you know what? That's because
Maybe
of
she was
Mayla?
on her period or something. You know, we get emotional
She
sometimes.
should have backed it up on you.
I was just gonna say that there's different types of women in general, right? Just like there's different types of men, but you have those. I was never the hater, but I was forever the bitch that was hated on. So it just depends. So you have that one that everybody just hates for no fucking reason, and then you have that one that's the homegirl who automatically just gonna go, you know, they're followers, right? So you got the group of girls, and then you got her friends, and then you have then you got the peaches, right, who don't really condone anything, but if you know, hit her sideways, then it's going to be an issue. But then you just got those bitches that just some hating ass bitches. And what's crazy is, you know, the human brain stops developing at approximately between 3 and 4. And by 6, you know, like personality wise, that's who you are. At 6 years old, for the most part, that's who you are. And because I have a background in education, I can see it in my little ones. Like, yo, dude, you're an asshole.
Yes,
And you're gonna be that
a lot
way.
of little assholes.
And you're probably
running
gonna be
around.
an
So-
asshole for a long time.
So to bring this point to a close and full circle, if your man catches you hating on anybody else, another female or just anybody else, does he get a free bitch pass? He gets to call you a bitch one time because he caught you hating.
Y'all take that first.
Oh, like if he says,
Y'all ain't gonna like mine.
so if he says like, babe, you're being a bitch, don't
Yeah,
be a bitch.
like, you
that's too
bitching.
Much. That's too much. Cause like,
You
what
bitching
the
out.
fuck? Are you taking up for her?
What the fuck is you doing?
Why-
You acting like a bitch right now.
Why am I
Does he get to do it or no?
Does me saying this have
It
that much
depends
of
on
a,
your
like, why you
relationship.
gotta, don't chill.
You do know that there's a through
Whose
line
side
to
are
all
you
my
on?
questions. Cool. So he can't for you. He can't check you.
That's too
Okay,
much.
cool. Mimi, yeah.
You know what? I'ma like that he checked me. Because everybody can't check me. I'm not really checkable, really. So when he checking me, I like that. I'm like, oh, baby had enough nerves to tell me I was tripping on everything he for me.
Bitch,
But if he's, oh yeah, no, yeah. If I'm up here talking, if I'm disrespecting, doing something that's out of line, and he like, bitch, you tripping, but not bitch like, I'ma fuck you up, bitch. But bitch, you my bitch, you know better than this shit. My bitch don't act like this. If he say it to me like that, I like that. But if he say it to me like he's gonna knock me out, then I'm cool on him tonight's the end. You know what I'm saying? He gonna see what it is. It ain't gonna be none of that.
Okay. All right. Peaches, for you, your response?
Yeah, he could say you acting like a bitch, but he can't say
You are a bitch.
no. He
Oh,
can't.
can he say you're being a bitch?
Yes, he can say that.
Yes.
Cause I know when I'm being a bitch anyway.
But
so.
you can't be something you ain't.
No, you have bitch in you. Everybody got it in them. Male,
Well, if it's in you,
female,
then it's a
cat,
part of
dog.
you. That's what y'all.
I don't have 6 titties though. See, let's just get that straight. A bitch is a female dog. So when women
And
call
a
each
nigga
other
is a
bitch,
dog.
but when women call each other bitches, like when y'all call each other niggas, the same thing I said. It's levels to the shit. But my man, my king, he's not gonna be calling me bitch because I'm not gonna be disrespecting him on no.
So y'all got to check out my homeboy. Are you hip to Bobby Hemmett?
I've heard that name before.
He's a code breaker. He passed away. Rest in peace, Bobby Hemmett. He's a code breaker. Historical, cultural code breaker.
Okay.
A cultural anthropologist. Did you know that the wife of Osiris, that's the anglicized, Europeanized pronunciation of the Egyptian name Usir-Asar. His wife, Aset, who's known by white folk as Isis, did you know that she was the high priestess of his order? And what is his order? It's Sirius, the dog star, right? The Egyptians believed that when you die, you go to the star constellation of Sirius. You go to Sirius. Osiris, Sirius, that's where you go. His wife, Aset, right? Her name actually means the throne. You look at her, you look up the hieroglyph for Aset, and you'll see a throne. You can't even be king or pharaoh without the throne. She's the throne. Did you know her name meant, she was the high priest of Osiris, right? She was called the black bitch high priest of Osiris.
The black
Blackness, the dog star, blackness represents the universe. But again, when you living in somebody else's prepared reality, you take offense to shit that used to give you universal power.
Well, it used to give us universal power way the fuck back then. 'Cause
That
if a nigga
time
say
don't
bitch
even matter.
now,
Yeah.
call me the dog bitch throne. We still gonna have a motherfucking problem. Nigga, I ain't your dog bitch throne, nigga.
Somebody said maybe Bobby isn't gone. He might not be gone. I hope he's not gone, but I heard he was. But if he isn't, I would love to have that brother on my show. But that's what she was called, she was the high priest black
That's
bitch.
interesting. The high priest black bitch throne.
No, her
Right.
name, Aset, means the
Aset.
throne.
Okay. But they called her.
The black bitch.
Wow.
Had
That's
totally different
interesting.
meaning. But when you're
Totally.
living outside of knowledge yourself, you don't know these things.
Yeah.
When society makes things be negative or however they want it to be.
Just like niggas. it meant something positive, but now it means nigga.
Yeah, but you guys don't like each other. Let's get back
Yeah, bring us
to
back.
y'all not liking each other. In general, just in general. Really quickly, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Starting with Mela. Give me 3 reasons why you don't like girls, women. You guys are competitive. Just give me 3 reasons why you guys are catty. 3 reasons why you're catty, why you don't like each other, why you compare yourself, why you compete. 3 reasons. You know these reasons right off top. They're right there. I can see them.
3 reasons. Number 1 would probably be I guess insecurity.
Boom. You guess, or
Well,
you're
no,
insecure about the answer?
No, there's a lot of answers I want to say for number 1.
Well, then just come with it.
Insecurity's gonna take
Okay.
it. And then 2, jealousy. And then 3, lack of understanding, just ignorance, not really even knowing like who the fuck you don't even fuck with, and how they could probably be really great to you, and vice versa.
Okay, cool.
But I do think that Black women aren't really going to be able to reach our full potential because of the hate that we have towards each other, and I think that maybe some of us look to Black men to kind of come and like mend that in a way, just because of like the stereotypical mindset towards like a Black man, right? So he's supposed to fix everything kind of like in the back end, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But
back end fixing, we can do that.
not necessarily. You get what I'm saying as far as like the provider, the strong, the this, the that, and all those other labels. But what I'm trying to say is I don't think that we're going to really be able to reach our full potential until we understand each other. But why we don't understand each other has got to be the craziest mind fuck, because we are each other.
Did you give us 3? That was beautiful. The soliloquy and all.
Yes, I gave you.
Okay, cool. Mimi.
I feel like women, the competition side of it is what makes them begin to hate. And the competition is everything from relationship to dressing to your car. It could be so many things a woman or a person can be jealous of. You feel me? And then I feel like the other part of it is they don't love themselves, or it's something about themselves that they feel inadequate in whatever level that is, because if they did not feel that way, no one else would bother them. They wouldn't be jealous of what anyone does because they know who they are. So I think once you know oneself, you aren't jealous of anyone else. You know your direction and where you're going.
I like that. Peaches?
I say your mama is a reason, your daddy is a reason, cultural society and slavery are the reasons why women don't like each other.
Do women like to see each other win? Or is winning a contentious point for women? Like if you see another woman... Say what?
Your mic is out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it'll probably die, the battery.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
You're live on the air. What is going on?
No, but I drink a lot of water before the show. I'll be right back.
I'll just use Peaches as
OMG.
I'll use Peaches as mic until you guys can reconcile this one. No. We're going to keep the conversation going. Here you go. So I'll just use Peaches as mic. That's fine. Do you guys see a woman who's winning and automatically feel some kind of way, like insecure about her winning? She could be beautiful. She could be educated. She could have money. She could have all 3. And do you guys tend to hate once you see a package like that?
I don't hate when I see a package like that, because I'm also a package like that. So when I come in and I see that, then I feel like, hey, we all doing this. And a lot of women that love themselves, even if they got half the package, if they love themselves, we come together. And empowerment is those ones that are feeling some other kind of way about themselves, that are hating on others. But I feel like there is women empowerment. I've even had women text me recently and tell me they're proud of me, and they come out of out of the strangest places. So you just never know who's sitting and watching you and rooting for you on the sidelines. But then there are the ones on the sidelines hoping you trip and fall. But guess what? If you know who you are and whose you are, you're going to win this race.
Who you are and whose you are.
That's right.
I like that.
Yeah, whose you are.
That's good. Peaches had to run in doo-doo. And okay, so I'm going to take this time right now to acknowledge some folk in our chat room. Dash Radio listeners, when you hear me mention the chat, please understand just a little bit about what that means. We are broadcasting this show live to my YouTube channel, which has over 54,000 subscribers.
That's right.
10.4 million views.
That's right.
We out here doing it. So I want to acknowledge a few people in the chat room. We're almost, where are we at? Close to 600 people watching us live right now. I expect us to get over 1,000, maybe 1,200 for this show. Please hit the like button, the share button. And for all those who hit that super chat button, I appreciate you. Angela Adams dropped $50 in the change purse. Somebody dropped a dub. I want to shout out everybody who does it. I don't see their name in here anymore, but anybody who hits the super chat button, we truly, 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 truly appreciate you for doing that. Also, I forgot to mention Mansions gear. Do you guys have a picture of my Mansions hoodies and t-shirts? We need everybody to go to powerinoneclothing.com and order your Mansions gear. Do it right now. It's available right now. That's the #1 seller, the white hoodie. I was supposed to wear mine, but I just didn't feel like it, but it's fine. Please, please, please support the brand. Support all of the products and businesses that we put in front of you. We're going to transition to our next set of questions for the ladies. Coming off of the self-hate stuff y'all got to work on. I mean, I just think that's important that you guys work on it, you know, because men get called to the floor for our internal infirmities all the time. Oh, da. You like my little grandbaby. You my little grandmuffin. No. You don't even have a microphone and you want to talk. Y'all see it live right now. It's on TV right now. Look at Peaches cutting up. This is what she does. We moving on to the next question.
Okay.
Do women still believe in the leadership arrangement in relationships? And do they let their sexuality define them? Ugh.
Like how?
That's two different questions. I want the first question. Do women still believe in the leadership or headship arrangement in relationship? The headship arrangement is God, Daddy, Mama, chillin'. Do y'all still believe in that? Let's ask the millennial first, because I don't believe she's telling the truth. Mayla, can you jump in here?
Well, Zoe, you could believe that I'm not telling the truth all you like,
Okay,
but
okay.
I absolutely believe in that order. That's how I was taught, and it was not only was it what I was taught, but it's what I believe in. I couldn't see it any other way, frankly.
Really? I like it.
Awesome.
That's fair. I like that. Peaches? I mean, Mimi?
I believe in it. You know, I believe that there's order, and I believe in the order. I want a strong relationship, and if you do it in that order, I believe that it's ordained for greatness if you obey that order.
I like it.
I believe in the leadership. The problem is society has pushed women to where they won't let a man lead. And that's what we need to get back to is, and I think that's what we're going to work on the aunties, is getting women back to that role of actually letting a man be a man. You know, that's something we do need to cover, because a lot of women are always over talking their man or making him feel like he's less than because he can't produce a certain amount of finances for certain things. And I think that's where black women, we got to start with us, need to calm the fuck down and just relax and let a man be a man sometimes.
You have something.
I was just gonna say I understand that, and I agree to a certain extent, but there's a lot of women and men, but this is on behalf of women. They're coming into these relationships broken, and so there it is right there. So it's not. You can't.
This is about to be big. This is about to be big. See, accepting the headship is accepting direction. Now, when you accept direction from a man, you must be certain in your spirit
Exactly.
that this is a man worthy of following.
Exactly.
Now, because you live in a crazy, sick, contaminated society, many women don't know the difference from insanity and sanity when it comes to a man.
Exactly. Especially if you don't have good relationships with men, you don't even have a clue on what it even looks like. So you look to society to be that teacher, subconsciously, on accident and on purpose at the same exact time. And then so you're easily manipulated. You're easily naive. You having babies. You're doing all this shit.
Hold on.
No. I'm saying on behalf of the wrong person.
Wait, you just said subconsciously and on purpose.
Everything.
So whatever is on purpose has to be owned as co-creatorship. I did that on purpose.
Right. So I'm
and
saying
a lot
it
of times
happens.
women are not accountable for the mess they make of their own lives. A lot of times women will pass up a spiritual leader that could also be an intimate partner because they don't want to be led. Society told you you're the leader of your own life, and you are. If you get a man who tries to control you and direct you and tell you to do everything, that's not a man. That's a dictator.
Right. But there's some women with the right amount of trauma. There's some women that just don't have that example. And that's why.
No. Let me stop you. Because these are old responses, and we need new responses in order to create new answers. We always say, no, the trauma did it.
Well, if you
Let me tell you what the trauma is. The trauma is a curriculum. It is a spiritual curriculum. That's what you went through it for. You magnetize these relationships into your life so that trauma can be reconciled, so you can learn a new way. That's what this is. It's not because because the way it's being framed, Mela, no disrespect, the way it's being framed is blame the trauma, not me.
No.
Because I went through this, this is how I react and how I respond. But on the spiritual side, how many people are consciously breaking down their relationships, disrespecting their relationships? When you talk to people who suffer from trauma, a lot of them will tell you, yeah, I made this choice. I know it was fucked up. I know I should have went the other direction, but this is what I like. Right. I like the drama. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want it to be an scapegoat, and I don't want it to be framed that way. Yes, everybody been through some shit, but if you see some people that have gone through similar things, but they have different outcomes, that boils down to the mindset and the choices that they made based off of the mindset they adopted. Now, you got people who've been through some trauma and took the loser, quitter, I'm never gonna be shit role. But then you got some people who've been through trauma that said, this doesn't define me. Right. And oftentimes, more times than not, I see people using trauma as a get out of responsibility card.
And I do understand.
That's what I want to talk about.
And I do understand that, but I'm speaking on behalf of, I can only speak on behalf of my generation and generations that are to come. And as a past teacher, when I worked with at-risk youth from 16 to 25, yeah, I understand that we all go through some shit. I have my shit that I've gone through, but
That's what
it's
I
not really, if the students don't have, or if like certain people, or just children in general, or just individuals in general, certain human beings don't have the resources to be able to process what they're going to get over
And
it, or
that's
to be
fair.
able to move forward.
And
So
that's
for
fair.
some people, it's not that easy for them to just be like, you know what? But I'm gonna be stronger if they don't see what stronger is.
No, I mean, and
That's all
fair.
I'm trying to say.
That's
so
fair.
it's a some banal once again.
Well, and that's fair, and it's always some banal. However, me and a brother of mine was talking about this yesterday. He's writing a book. And one of the chapters in his book, it says, find a hero. And then I said, no. Don't say find a hero.
Mm-hmm.
I said, don't find a hero. He said, what do you mean, Zal? Because I respect your insight, your perspective. I said, no, recognize a hero.
Bam, there it is, right there.
See, the framing of what you're saying is external and thus puts blame on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened to me. No. See, you said you have to model something. You have to see something. Well, no, you have to discover before you can see. And that discovery starts internally. This is who I am. This is what I am. Right? Because guess what? At some point, there was a time in history where a model didn't exist.
Yeah.
But there has always been trailblazers. Mm-hmm. There have always been people that said, you know what? This is cool and all, but I want better.
Right.
I want more. Yes. And I know it got to come from me. And this is where the road splits for men and women. Men are socialized to be responsible from day one. Mm-hmm. You made your bed, sleep in it.
Yeah.
You understand? You made the mess, clean it up. You did this, fix it. Men are socialized to be this way. Women, on the other hand, a little different. Mm-hmm. Not to say women aren't socialized to be responsible for certain things, but the way it is designed in culture, right? Women and children first. Men are expected to give up their lives for women and children. Hey, well, open the door for the lady. Allow the lady to walk in. Mm-hmm. The way is set up for relationships. You got to pay your way in order to have her stay. That's just how it's been.
That's what
for a lot of women, beauty has been a type of currency. Men have had to pay.
Oh, yeah.
So again, I'm trying to paint pictures to show you that there has been a lack of accountability in our relationships. For instance, how many times, Mela, have you heard a woman say, I made this relationship mess, and I've made all of them. I co-signed them. I signed off on all of the agreements. I ignored my intuition time and time again. You know what I'm saying? I'm attracted to the wrong kind of man. It turns me on that he's fucking broken and my pussy gets wet for that. How often have you seen a woman just say, that's just what it is?
Never. Not once.
And I'm not saying never. It's some and all, but I would argue that it's a rare breed of woman that goes, I'm in control of all of this.
Acceptance is something that most women don't want to do, is accept the fact that they are fucking up. Because as a girl, you're taught by your mother not to tell your right hand what your left hand's doing. Keep this out your man's face. Don't tell him you spent this. Do this, do that. Your mother's giving you fucked up guidelines from day one. And whether most women want to admit it or not, that's where the fuck it comes from. Your mama is the example. Your grandma, whoever the hell, what woman raised you, is your example of you sweep that shit under the rug, take them skeletons to your grave. A woman thought of that shit. All them skeletons in your closet, keep them buried, bitch. That was a woman.
If you want a real relationship, you first have to become real with yourself.
Absolutely.
And women are some of the fakest people on planet Earth.
Hallelujah.
And your fakeness engenders a kind of fake man. Because he understands she's lying to herself. So a lie in this situation will get me further than the truth. The truth will break her, scare her. She will run into a shell because the truth is not what she's living.
Right.
If she was living the truth, my lying ass would not be magnetized to her.
Yeah.
See, we don't want to have real conversations. What we want to do is placate one another. Oh, let me say something sweet because sweet gets meat.
Reality makes them run.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
We the way we put the damn relationship template is all out of whack. We run from triggers, triggers that trigger traumas, past traumas. Well, they're supposed to be triggered. That's why they have triggers. They're supposed to be triggered. That's how you overcome a trauma.
Yeah.
But most people don't overcome traumas. They identify with traumas, and then they use traumas as justifications for being broken.
And keep reacting the same way. I'm asking.
This is because this is how I was raised.
Yeah, they keep reacting the same way instead of learning how to grow past the bullshit.
Exactly. Have you been reading while you were growing up? Well, yeah. What have you been reading? Because if you were reading things that challenged the way you thought, you can't help but shed belief systems that no longer serve your highest good.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? So this isn't an attack. I want it to start from the inside and radiate outward. The way society has it is, you respond this way because this happened to you. The outside happened to the inside. But the inside is infinite power that gets to rewrite whatever experience it has gone through. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if people
It's fire.
I don't know. Do you disagree? Because you seem to be the one with the pushback, so give it here.
No, it's not even about. It's not just a matter of disagreeing. I just understand both sides. I know a lot about mental health, and I know a lot about depression, and I know that shit is real, really right now.
Yeah.
And with the generations behind us, and with my generation as a millennial, it's bigger than it's ever been on behalf of social media, and people are still killing themselves and killing each other and hating on each other to the point where it's literally making them sick.
Keep going.
And those are the people who are your teachers, and those are the people who are your bosses, and those are the people who you are ideally are even supposed to look up to. I have some girlfriends whose mothers hate them because their ass could be fatter than the moms. Literally, like dead ass, real life. And so once I see that, and I see your point, Zoe, I could understand, because I'm a little bit of both, because I am a survivor of depression, and it took therapy, extensive therapy, and God to pull me out of that. But now I am where I am thanks to where I've been, though. So that doesn't justify anything, but it molds me into the woman I am today. So certain shit is easier because I've done the work. So I'm speaking on behalf of the Mela who hadn't yet done the work.
I like
who
it.
was fucking up. And my past relationship, the reason why I failed, it was my fault. I came into that relationship with a lot of shit that I was supposed to unpack already.
Yes.
And I wasn't ready. And so every little thing that he would do would just trigger me and then would bring me backwards. And so I started doing this, and I realized that all this shit was happening, and he maybe could have been a good guy, but one or two things that he did just really brought me back to that one time 5 fucking years ago, or whatever. You get what I'm trying to say? So I completely can definitely take the blame on why that relationship didn't really work out, or I can at least take the blame on my behalf.
Good.
I guess so many times I wanted him to understand, well, this is what I experienced. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to do this with you, but I need some time, because certain things still don't make any sense, and you keep doing them. And I know you're a good guy, but like, that was done to me then. It made me feel this way when that happened.
Keep going.
So although you're a good guy, but you're doing the same shit, how am I really just supposed to know that this time you really do mean it when you say that you love me?
But do you see? Do you see?
Now it all makes sense now.
Well,
but then,
no, even in this moment, because you brought that moment back to here. So even in that moment, do you see the projection from in out?
Absolutely, absolutely. There's just still, my heart just still aches for women who ain't got a clue and probably ain't gonna never fucking get it.
But here's the thing. That's not how life works. We were just watching a video, me and some friends of mine, we were just watching a video about the fabric of reality, right? All the way down to the smallest constituent of reality. I thought it was interesting that scientists have found the smallest constituent of reality, even smaller than atoms and electrons and all types of shit, is in the shape of a pyramid. They called it a tetrahedron. Yeah.
The tetrahedron.
It's a tetrahedron. Yeah.
This is me making
And these
up names.
tetrahedrons at the Planck level continue to amass onto themselves until they build a reality. Okay. But the point that I'm coming at by using that, life is pixelated. Your time is pixelated. You got eons, you got centuries, you got decades, you get years, you get months, you get weeks, you get days, you get hours, you get minutes, you get seconds. Then you get down to the nanosecond. It's pixelated. Reality is pixelated, right? Guess what? So is wisdom. You don't get it all from day one. Wisdom is pixelated. And it is filtered through the experience of intimate relating. We spend most of our time trying to fit a person into a concept that was designed to protect our wounds. But the reality of it is they're there to expose the wound, to trigger the wound, so that the wound can actually heal. This is what Rumi said when he said, where the wound is, there is light. The light is the revelation, the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. Oh, this is why I have to go through this. You got some women, you can't even challenge them on their hurt. A real man in your life is there to challenge what you've been through. That's what he's there for.
Yeah.
You got to be accountable. I can't call you to the floor, then you're still a child. I was talking to a girl the other day. She doesn't want to talk about what she's responsible for.
Oh.
The things she's been through. The things she's had to deal with. I said, you're not ready to talk. You want to talk. You want to argue. You want to deny. You want to, you get what I'm saying? No, you got to talk and own and claim as opposed to blame. This is why there is no headship in relationship, because you haven't become the head of your own hurt. See, when you become the head of your hurt, look what happens. When you become the head of your hurt, the director of your hurt, you get to reauthor it as triumph. But when your hurt is in a leadership role in your spirit, it gets to keep its importance. And now it's telling you that it defines you.
Yeah.
So now you're looking for a mate that's going to protect you and your hurt. When your hurt is the curriculum that has to be studied and graduated from.
No, they got to sweep it under the rug, keep it hidden, keep them skeletons in the closet.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's easy. It's easy to be trivial. It's easy to be trivial. I just want to kick it. I smoke a blunt, drink a little something, motherfucking go to motherfucking Magic Mountain, Fright Fest. You know, bitch, you in your 30s.
No, I'm not saying something's wrong with it. What I'm saying is it's probably more enjoyable when you love yourself.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it just to feel like you're alive because you're empty on the inside because none of those books filled with your trauma have been cracked open.
At all.
That's why the headship is broken. I don't know.
Scared to look in the mirror.
So Zoe, if you had to tell millennial women on behalf of the message that you are giving us right now, if they need advice on behalf of just like being broken and they're in, I don't know, a rural area and they can't really get the help that maybe ideally they want, like what would you tell them? What advice would you give to them?
First off, read The Art of War. And not for the sake of war, right? Like warring externally, not for argumentation, not for confrontation, right? But for preparation for conquering the most significant battle anybody would ever undertake. And that is the war from within. It's easy to conquer. It's easy. Listen, a handsome man with a little piece of bread can fuck thousands of women. Period. The way society is set up right now, little piece of change, handsome dude, whip, I'm fucking. That's it. Right? So it's easy to do that, which is stimulation based. It's external. It's, yeah, we was at the fight last night. Yeah, we was. I got that pussy later on. Right? It's easy to live that kind of life. But what happens when you go home to the unfought battle that rages within? Mm-hmm. I would tell the millennial, read The Art of War. For the sake of conquering all of the hurt, all of the trauma, all of the misunderstanding, all of the psychological weaknesses that you may have modeled in your family, right? Because the whole purpose in relationship is to reflect all of that back to you anyway. So if you've done the internal work, now you're starting to magnetize people who have also. Mm-hmm. That's what I would tell the millennial, right? Because, again, the millennials are the poorest generation.
Yep.
They ain't got no money. They're not hooked to boomers. So if you ain't got no money, I'm going to ask you, where's your meaning? Mm-hmm. If you ain't got no money, you got to at least have some meaning. Be Picasso, be Mozart, be something.
Be Carl Kanai, fuck you, be somebody.
You know what I'm saying? Be Miles Davis, be something.
Who's Carl Kanai?
A designer.
Nobody knows.
Relax. It
A
is
designer.
Relax.
Look, everybody looks at you like, you know who Cross Colors is?
What?
They made a resurgence. I thought they was wearing it again. I guess I don't know.
Again, I know it's a struggle with you. I mean, you haven't done a show in weeks, and
I know the millennials set me off. You know,
pick up right where you left off. Listen, hit that super chat button. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Radio, Voice of Reason Radio. I'm in here with Peaches.
What up, y'all?
I don't know how to deal with Peaches. I'm in here with Mimi.
What's up?
And I'm in here with Mayla. Mayla, you showed up this week. Yeah. Listen, pushback is great. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So the headship thing is out the window. Right?
Oh, you're what?
That was the question about the modern day headship, you know, in relationship.
God, man,
Right.
The hierarchy.
Right. What about
See, if you don't heal, right, yourself, right, you can't magnetize what you actually want, what you deserve. You're right. You can't see if you heal yourself. That's kind of a reward, right?
Absolutely. If you don't fucking heal, bro, you can't do anything. If you don't heal,
right,
you can't do. Being like unhealed, broken, all that. It's a terrible place. Wouldn't invite anybody there. But you gotta go. You gotta get in there and really get in it.
Now,
So I want to get the fuck out.
But I think it makes it easier to tackle one of the conversations that we had in previous weeks. When you're healed, you understand that submission does not equate to humiliation.
Not at all. Never felt that way.
A lot of women do, though. And let's just deal with the ideological construct that a lot of women are raised in today. And that is compete with men.
Be manly.
Be as adventurous, be as competitive, be as aggressive as men. We have to understand that that is a mindset for a lot of women. Now, submission is never going to happen. People, if you don't understand spirituality, you won't understand submission, right? Spirituality, submitting doesn't mean, for instance, back to the beginning of the show when we said the goddess Aset, who Mary is patterned after. Because Aset is the first one to have an immaculately born baby. Heru is the god with the wings, the falcon god, the sun disk. That's the son of God, Osiris. Aset, her name means throne. That's a type of submission. Submission is actually support. I don't know if y'all.
It's to lift up.
I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about.
I think that a lot of people don't know what the fuck submission is to begin with, and I think that they're believing what society tells them to believe, and they don't really do the work themselves, and that's where trauma, people use it as an excuse. Like, I didn't see it coming up, so fuck that nigga, I ain't got a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And that whole thing, when you win with submission, in my opinion, you win with it. It's because king and queen are better together, personally, than.
I think these the people your age, millennials, don't submit because they haven't been shown a good example of that. I mean, it comes back to the household again with me, to the mother-father dynamic. The father's not there, the mother's there. She ain't submitting to nobody. She ain't doing shit. She's taking care of 6 kids, showing you how she get down. Submission is not even in a conversation in your household.
But at one point, do we say, all right, well, I didn't see it coming up, but like after a while, it's like I can't keep. Now I saw it coming up, so I'm only I can't speak on the other half. But just to play devil's advocate, how long can we say, well, I didn't see it growing up, so
you don't have to see it.
How long?
Submission will come natural in the presence of a man.
I know, but what you're saying is, okay, but
that's
you
not
didn't
true
see
either.
it coming up.
If you are where you are supposed to be as a woman, I'm not saying where you still got a lot of work to do and all that. I'm saying coming up, you ain't never seen nobody submit nothing, none of that. It will come naturally because it's built in us. God put that. That's the part of the God in us, is to submit to a God king.
What I'm
That's
saying,
just my personal opinion.
I'm saying is women nowadays are programmed to fight against the very thing you say you want.
Ah.
A God-realized man today, that nigga, that's not what most women want.
No, that's scary.
That's like living in the house with a spiritual professor. They'll be mad at you. They don't... Nigga, when can we just kick it and have some Merlot or some shit? But nigga, is the motherfucking high beams always on, my nigga? And you know, I'm with you and all. Ain't I a reflection of you? Something must be wrong with you too. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Can we be?
Mimi, because Mimi looking at you like.
Go ahead, Mimi, jump in, because Mimi gonna get personal and then not personal.
No, I was just
See, because I ain't like that. You see, that's how Mimi do.
No, I really feel like real submission just comes naturally. When you meet someone that you love and respect, they don't have to tell you, hey, talk like this, act like this woman. It actually comes naturally. When it's your king and
Go
she's
ahead,
your
Mimi.
queen, You ain't got to be told what to do and how to do it. You just doing. It's action and it's love and it's respect. And you don't need nobody to tell you how to do it because it's already done.
I love it. I love it. Go ahead.
No, I totally agree with you, Mimi. But I do.
But anytime you say but,
no, because hear me out. It is also in addition. So I'm gonna say in addition. It's balanced though, because there is certain. Say for example, I have a girlfriend of mine who she lives with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was late on the rent. Okay, lately. Okay, now they typically go half and half, but she's a lot better with her money. And so she pulled him aside and was just like, babe, I trust you, I love you, and I believe in you. But so this doesn't happen again because I'm a little bit better with the money. Why don't you just, each time you get paid, just put a little bit, and I can just collect the rent, and I can represent us, and that way we don't have to. So I think that I don't know what he decided to do or what they did from that, but it's also picking up where your partner falls short. But I think that it's balanced with that, because there's certain things that some people are just going to be better at, and others, like how you said before, there's certain topics that you're not really going to debate a person. Well, I'm not going to talk to a fucking doctor about helping out a patient because I don't know what the fuck that is. But when it comes to special needs children and when it comes to stuff like that, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So whenever I'm with that doctor, I'm going to just let him. And whenever we talking about special needs, he's going to just let me. And it doesn't even have to be my significant other. It's just understanding your lane.
How about that? I like that.
No, I agree with that.
I like it too, but
I love
people
it.
ain't going to do it.
Mayla's
Exactly,
showing up. The
But
VOR is live right now. Go ahead, Mimi.
No, I was just going to say, but real submission is that. What I just said is still what you just said. Exactly. You know what I mean? You just put it in more of a deep perspective. No, you just broke it down more and gave it more. I just broke it to say that when you have real submission, it is what you just said. If you're in a relationship with a man, he already knows he don't want to go to the grocery store and he wants you to go. Everything's understood. You do the banking. I'm just saying, I think real submission, when you're in a relationship and you know each other, you play your roles. You don't have to be told what the role is. You know Mimi, what it is.
So Mimi, according to what you and Mayla just said, submission is deferring when you're not the expert.
Exactly. That's what I believe real submission is.
That's how you guys want to frame it?
Exactly.
I think that's a part of it.
But
first off, you're not supposed to be hating on yourself. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, we are the aunties. She know how I get down. We don't always agree on our show either. But I think that's a part of it. I think Mayla and Mimi are both correct. I think all of everything everybody said is a part of submission. But real submission comes from the spiritual side. It comes from your spirit. It comes from that man's spirit. Because he cannot tell you how to be a woman. You cannot tell a man how to be a man. You ain't gonna submit to no damn fool. You ain't gonna submit to no broke ass, crazy minded dude.
But let me just say this. We kind of covered this already. We kind of covered this already, and that is if you don't.
Y'all just gonna cut a nigga off.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
No, hold on, Pim. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to you. Follow my lead.
You know I'm about to forget this whole thought.
That's
okay,
fine.
I submit, God King.
There you go. Submit. Submission comes, and I agree with you. It is spiritual. I agree with you.
Okay.
But submission comes only after you conquer what's broken on the inside.
Absolutely. Right. That's what I was getting to.
That gives you the opportunity. I've already said that earlier. Thank you for saying it again.
Well, I was going to say it in Donnie's way. Okay?
Well, Donnie, don't recontextualize my words. Okay?
Yes, God.
So, I already said this shit earlier. That's why I cut her off. Like, this motherfucker finna go on a tangent and say all the shit I just said. I'm not finna let you do me. Now, it's called copyright infringement. But... the fuck?
Okay, but yes.
But yes, you conquer yourself. And that allows you to submit without fear, without judgment, without having, I need to protect myself because if I get too vulnerable, then he gonna take advantage. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of broken people who have turned that into an identity. They've made their brokenness into a logo and a brand. Wow. Their brokenness is the brand.
Right.
So now you got to defend the brand. And I'm saying, fuck that.
That's so deep.
That's Mary J. Blige's career.
Yeah.
Listen to her music. She's
Look at her
turned
face.
female trauma and brokenness into a brand. All them songs that reinforce the shit you really don't want to deal with.
Right.
But you listen for the you go girl in it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Fine,
you get
fine,
empowered
fine,
to be a
bitch,
fucking
fine.
victim. Like, yeah, it was his fault anyway, trifling nigga. So, do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole fucking brand of that.
She wasn't
So,
feeling fine.
you'll never be able to submit until you conquer what's broken from within. I'm telling you, I'm trying to coach this girl. She can't be accountable for anything.
Nothing.
Nothing. There's a lot of people like that. And when I mean nothing.
Even
and I mean shit. No boundaries. I don't want to put her business out there.
Yeah.
But no boundaries, no condoms, random motherfuckers.
No.
Just whatever. And then if you go, have you taken a moment to consider the repercussions, potential repercussions of your actions? Well, I don't want to talk about it. Well, this is what I'm here to do, is talk to you about your fuckery.
She don't want to talk about her existence, what she's bringing into existence.
But little does she know, once she accepts, like once she really, really, really just takes accountability for that shit, like the other side of accountability is just like a level of peace that like
Her vagina gonna tell her she ain't using condoms.
No, but you're saying something very powerful right here.
On the other side of accountability, and it's just like, and you only have to take it once you take accountability the first time. After a while, it's in your character to be able to like own up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once you get on that other side, it's just a level of victory that you can only do for yourself. So you can't get it from anybody else. You can't get it from God. It's gotta like.
Wait, what?
I don't think.
What?
So what I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying.
You had me till you said that, little girl.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Because everything comes from God, right? But what I'm trying to say is it's still a certain level of acceptance that you have to have within yourself to even pray. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you still have to.
True. You have to accept it to pray.
There's still parts of self. Like, okay, I get it. Give it all to God. This battle is the Lord and all that good stuff, right? I'm Christian. Like, I'm totally here. But there's just a certain amount of. It's been times where I've prayed, like, wrong. Like, I've just prayed just on my behalf before I was ready to accept the accountability. Does that make any sense? Like,
before you repented, you were praying for what you wanted.
Right, like I'm over here praying, right, and I have this relationship with God, but I'm still living corny. Like, I'm still living whack. Like, I'm still not holding accountability.
But that's not praying?
That's not praying.
But what it is, and let me give you a little context to that. What it is co-creating.
Okay, so we can call it co-creating.
Yes, you could build a palatial estate out of straws and mud, right? You can build with whatever materials are available. That is part of the function of God, is creation. Now, another part of the function of God is revelation through conflict. And I'm talking about internal conflict. Yeah. God will put you in a situation that is conflictual so that it will reveal the chinks in your psychological armor. Yes. Now you go, oh shit, wait a minute. I was over here praying thinking I was giving God the shimmy. First, you have to understand there is no demarcation that separates you from God.
Right. So you're saying he's going to be a part of it regardless. Right. No,
God is going to give you, listen to me now.
I'm listening.
God is going to give you the composite of you. It's a composite of you, what you are currently in your developmental process. God is going to give you that. Now, as you begin to conquer yourself, as you begin to win those little battles from within, more about you is revealed to you. Revealed is revelation. You get the internal revelation. Internal revelation is an upgrade of materials with which to use to build your reality.
Wow.
But you don't get those until you claim these are inferior materials that I am using.
Ownership.
Do you understand? It's like the three little pigs. Let's break it down to make it even simpler. Let's make it even simpler. It's the three little pigs.
The straw house.
Right. It's the three little pigs. Three different types of material. Right? But the story behind the story is three different mentalities.
Right.
One mentality is straw, the strength of straw. The next mentality is the strength of sticks. The next mentality is the strength of bricks. Foundational. God is foundational. God is at the ground of reality. There is no separating you from it.
Not at all.
I understand that. I never.
Right? No, but what I'm saying is, a lot of times when people are, because God gets blamed.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
for everything.
Right?
For sure.
I prayed to you and this didn't happen.
Or people only pray to God when they want
How
something.
could you let this happen?
Yeah.
People don't understand.
They
Sometimes
question him.
source energy is aware of what you should have in the moment. And if I give you more than what you should have in the moment, you're not going to respect it. You're going to mismanage it. It's not going to be valuable to you. But in other instances, I am going to give you more than you can handle. Because there's a lesson I'm trying to teach you in giving you more than you can handle. See, a lot of times people want to make God linear. God does this, then God does that. No.
It don't work that
God
way.
is so complex, it is difficult for the human mind to comprehend. This is why the ancients used mind-altering substances to elevate above the ego so they could tap into the super self and then bring fragments of this knowledge back. Do you understand? Relationship is the spiritual vehicle for that. Oh, what do you mean, Zoe? Well, you can't get to God or this magical herb until you go see the shaman. Because you need a guide. Right? Anybody take ayahuasca, DMT? You need a guide for that.
Yeah, you can't just
You just can't do it.
end up in hell somewhere.
Schizophrenic and all. You need a guide. There's a relationship between you, the guide, and the drug. Then when you get to where you're going, all your lives, from the future to the now to the past, back 100 generations pour out. Then you come back transformed and you recognize I'm not as big or as bad or as independent or as arrogant as I thought I was before I took this shit. Oh, another level of submission. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know if people...
Zometheus.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Radio, Voice of Reason Radio right now. This is the first Voice of Reason show we've done since we left Dash during their move.
I know.
A lot of people want to know what's going on, man. Are you guys going back? What's happening, man? We're gonna make it happen.
We'll be back.
Now, Dash Radio was located on Cahuenga. I ain't gonna tell everybody where it's located now.
Okay.
I'll just tell the street.
For real.
It's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame now.
All right.
Yep.
Big time.
All in your face.
And we went from 13,000 square feet to like 30,000 square feet.
Oh, that's right. That's big.
And they're gonna have all these television production units and a bunch more studios. At the old spot, we had 4 studios, but I think it's gonna be upwards of 6, 8.
That's dope.
Wow.
They got a basement. It's all kind of wild shit going on. That air conditioner fucking you up, huh?
It's in my throat.
That's what you get for smoking that weed before you came up in
Hey,
here.
that's gonna happen no matter what. So
Oh, wow.
since you put it out there, let me clear my throat.
You guys like the new promo? You like my little promo situation?
You looking all debonair and stuff
You
on
understand,
there.
boy, I'm sharp as a lightsaber, boy. You understand?
With the matching hat.
Boy, that boy
So
cold
what?
as hell. You understand? Look like somebody daddy, don't he?
I see you with the
Boy, get your ass in the car. I got
you
that look
got
on.
the Billy D. William hand pose in the picture.
Okay, enough from you.
I'm
Hey,
just saying.
my YouTube family, man, I want to shout out everybody. We got nearly 1,000 people in the chat room right now watching live. Y'all should all hit that like button, hit that share button. Hit it right now. Like, share, and then don't forget, man, the super chat is necessary for our continuance. The ladies came down here. I mean, I know this is closer to where we all live,
it's-
right?
Well, some of us.
Some of us, maybe not Mela.
No, not Mela or Mimi. For me,
Oh,
it's
Mimi.
close.
No, this ain't that far from Mimi.
Okay.
Yeah. So we just appreciate it if you guys would hit the super chat button, show your love, show your respect for the show, and we got 1,000 people in here and only 500 likes. I'm gonna need those likes to get up to the 1,000 mark. Let's do that right now. And let's continue our show with questions and topics from the fans.
Hey.
They got a gang of questions for y'all. I mean, it's so many. I'm just like, God damn.
Okay.
Some dude asked about plug and play dudes. Women who just want a man to fit the idea she already has. We covered that a little bit.
Yeah, because there is not that. Okay. We
Yeah,
already
that's
said
real.
that.
What's your favorite position? An in-depth look into the alpha and beta relationships.
Favorite position, is that the best you guys got out
Guys
there?
are asking.
It depends on your size, and it depends on his size.
Good
It
stuff.
depends.
I like that.
Yeah, because
Oh, I forgot. Sarah without the H's over here. She went to work. Sarah, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Y'all can't see her. Sarah is actually running the boards over here.
Sarah, whoop whoop, keeping us going. Hey.
Sarah's a G, man. Sarah's a G. They want to know what you guys think about the new study that revealed there are over 100 different genders that they're trying to teach in schools now.
No, you know, let's talk about that for a second.
Can I finish asking the question?
Okay. Because
Oh, these are different questions. Okay, cool. What do you think about the study that recently came out that said there are over 100 different genders?
that's 100 different ways to say bullshit. There is only two genders. There is male and there is female. Anything else is what you are trying to make that child believe. Like right now, I just saw a video the other day and they had a drag queen teaching kindergarten kids. I mean, this is a new TV show where it's like uncles putting on makeup and the kids, they got a gender-free doll. The doll is bald-headed with a bunch of different wigs to it. Y'all confusing kids is what the hell you doing. Let them play and let them grow up. They gonna be who they gonna be anyway. I don't like it. And I'm glad my son is grown because I would have been like, you don't get that motherfucking doll out your hand. That doll would have got decapitated.
Mimi.
I don't believe in that. I believe that's 100 lies, or I should say, fake news. Okay, and I just feel like that's all the ways for society, the government, to break us down, to confuse us, for us to need more drugs. It's all a trick for us for failure. So we have to be careful for what they're feeding us, because that makes more mental states. If you start feeding us, I could be, A, B, Z, and D, now you're confusing the person. Now they start to bite into something they're not. And if they're not strong enough, they start feeding into things that the society is saying. And really, society ain't saying nothing. It's just fooling us. And it's a trick of the mark, the beast.
Oh shit, we done got
Yeah.
religious.
Yeah, because they trying to make people not have babies. That's what's happening. All these gender change 100 genders is making it to where we're not procreating.
This shit turned into
You
the
know?
omen. This ain't the omen.
I'm just saying, people.
It's the mark of the beast, Damien.
If you have more lesbians and more homosexuals, you are likely not to have as many more children.
That's right. It's all a plan. If there's
Right.
less children, if you start believing, look, and if you start believing you're not nothing, first of all, there's so many suicides now. Imagine adding this to the people that are already not mentally strong. You add
Yeah.
more things for them to think about, and they can't handle what they're already thinking. It's leading to more suicides, and I just think failure for us all. And the reason I said the mark of the beast, because to me, when I see failure and suicides, that's darkness, and I just feel like we need to make sure we don't fall into that. We have to stay strong.
What I know is you have to be careful of Western science because a lot of it is designed to limit your understanding of your internal capabilities. This is why I like Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins said it very well, very articulately. He said, be careful claiming depression. Because at the same time, science will tell you that the human brain is incapable of distinguishing truth from falsehood. So now you have to be very careful what you accept as the truth about yourself.
The fine lines.
Now, we do more research and we look at the history of psychotherapy. We look at the history of psychiatry. Now, psychiatry moved out of torture and into big pharma. It started in torture. Right? You know, oh, something's wrong. He's schizophrenic. Dunk his ass in a tub full of ice cold water. Or shock him with electrodes. Or it started with torture.
Waterboarding people.
Let's just take your mic while I'm talking. And then, yes, over here.
You gonna take my mic?
Just for now, because you like to add on when it's not necessary. Thank you, baby.
Go on.
No, but it started in torture and then it moved into big pharma. We can do a lobotomy without cutting on the patient's head. We could do a chemical lobotomy, right? And that's how they were able to stay in business. My good friend, Mark Goulston, who used to be a therapist, he concurred. The history of therapy, shaky, right? Shaky than a motherfucker. And then it transitioned into big business, big pharma. So the point that I'm making, all of these distinctions, oh, you look like you're depressed. And I'm not saying it isn't real. Yes, there are states of the human mind, right, that can bring on anxiety, that can bring on a whole bunch of different things. And of course, there is a psychosomatic connection, a mind-body connection. What I know about this demon we live in today is in no way can I let Superman know that he's Superman.
Right.
I can't let Superwoman know she's Superwoman. In no way, shape, or form, I can let y'all know what you really are. So I have to create different distinctions. I have to create different concepts and ideas. This is what I love about Krishnamurti when he says it's conceptual thinking that keeps men fragmented. You hear me say all the time, if you claim something, now you have to defend it.
Right.
If you identify with something, now you have to defend it. This is why I say never identify with what happened to you. What happened to you was a vehicle for what you can be. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a vehicle for what you can be. It's not a cell that defines who you are. It's a vehicle for what you can be. A lot of people don't look at trauma or pain or hurt or disappointment or frustration like that. But I'm telling you, it's liberating. And so you should be very careful on what you label yourself as.
That's how you win. That's how you win.
Right.
But unfortunately, a lot of people aren't able to get to the other side of it. But that's the ticket that they don't want you to know. Because I'm not going to lie, I had group therapy. And I never forget walking in the first day. And after hearing some of the other women's stories, in real deep down, I remember thinking like, "Ooh, am I depressed? Because damn, they really going through some shit. Like maybe the shit I'm going through wasn't that." So it kind of made me think differently at everything, but a sense of appreciation and also acceptance that there's always somebody that has it worse. But then also I'm going through and I'm going through because this is what the fuck I'm supposed to be going through right now.
Right. It's always, and they did so many. Zoe was talking about the different types of ways they did therapy. In the 40s and 50s, that's when they did their most damage during World War II. Those Nazis took human beings and did so many tests on so many people. Even our American government did tests on black people, Tuskegee, so many shit they did to us to find out how we tick. So we can't do that to each other. That mental torture of not being able to communicate as women, like the topic, why we don't get along. Because we've been set and pit against each other in so many ways as black people. It's hard just being black in America still to this day. They got race war. Donald Trump said he gonna start a race war. What the fuck is women mad at each other about?
Exactly.
I love y'all. Y'all are doing so well today, except for Peaches.
I'm just being me. I'm always gonna be me, baby.
I love Peaches. Fuck. You have to love her. Jesus, she's lovable.
Yes.
But
Thank you.
let me just say this too. And I wanted to address this earlier, but Peaches cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Doing me.
No, I'm just saying about people who, women who hate on other women. And then I'm gonna ask another question because they're still pouring in. The questions are pouring in on my Instagram.
Wow.
But I wanted to bring up something from that, the dynamic of women hating on women. And now I forgot it. Okay. When are ladies going to be accountable for their decisions concerning men and the children that are created based on the men they chose?
Didn't we cover that too?
Not the you chose the fuck boy.
Oh, yeah. That show. Huh. Y'all want to take that first?
No, you gonna defer?
I got to think about that. Reread the question.
When are ladies going to be accountable? In other words, you chose him.
Yeah, you did. When I laid with my son's father, I chose to lay there. I knew he didn't have a condom. I let him bust. My son is grown. I have owned it.
Whenever I make a big mistake like that, I'm always in the mirror brushing my teeth thinking, you effed up now. Here you go with that bullshit. So I'm accountable. If I make a mistake and I'm doing something that I feel like I went down the wrong road, if I have to just look myself in the eye while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm thinking about it, like, what the hell is wrong with you, girl? You need to get it together, because the reality is you have to face your demons. If you know, hey, I make this mistake, I make that mistake, and you constantly are making that's not the other people, it's you. Yeah. If you can't look at yourself and say, hey, that's me, then you'll never be a better you, because you've never faced the responsibility of saying that it is you.
All right, May.
The aunties.
Auntie, baby.
And not an auntie.
Not an auntie.
Niecey.
I'm niecey poo. So I've dated one fuckboy, just one. And
did you choose him? Because that's all we want to know.
No. And you know what?
Did you choose him?
The craziest part about it is that his ass chose me.
You had
and
to
I
choose
and I accepted it once he did.
Okay.
But he hunted me down. And in the
This
beginning
is
it was
fuckery.
like whatever.
First
but after
off,
a while,
hunting
it
is
was
a
like,
part of it.
What did you say?
Hunting you down is a part of it. That's what men do.
Okay.
At some point, you have to accept it, which is choosing.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I chose to allow him to come into my life and completely humiliate the fuck out of me. It was terrible.
Let's just see, and this is why people be complaining.
She didn't know that up to it.
Still, did you choose him? Can we get that?
Can we get it? Just say it.
I'm not trying.
Him back.
I want
After
you to
he
know.
chose me, I chose him back.
She can't say yes.
Right.
That shit don't even make sense.
Okay, you're
I
right.
chose
you're right,
him
you're
back.
right. No, but this is the thing. I didn't even. It was like a movie almost because I didn't really know this dude. I wasn't really interested, but he kept on, and I was just like, all right, fine, fuck it, and then entertained. And once it got bad, it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It was like terrible. Like it could be a fucking Lifetime movie.
Mela, old pimps say.
What?
Old pimps say, a woman chooses them. They are being chose. She want to choose a nigga.
Y'all do.
We
do
choose.
the choosing.
I know it came from a pimp, but we do all the choosing.
We do. Y'all do the choosing, and the men do the performing.
Yes, like the happy dance, the happy feet dance.
No, we perform for a time because behavior speaks louder than words to y'all.
He said for a time.
Behavior is a language. You heard it, body language. Let me give her the right body language, the right actions, the right outcomes. And if she gets the right actions and outcomes, I'm going to fuck.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, and at that time it was in college, and he had a car, so that meant something.
Look,
And
see?
Yeah, car hop. No.
and then he always bought me food, took me to Chipotle. That meant
In
shit.
college,
then.
that matters.
Meant
when
shit.
you're
It was
hungry.
survival. It meant shit.
We call that hoeing.
Get the
in
fuck out of
world.
here, Peaches. It was not that. We were in a relationship. It was a terrible
No,
mess,
that
but we
wasn't
were
a
in
relationship. No,
That was a situationship. Remember the show?
Look at Mela.
It was a relationship. It was just fucked up. We were in college. I was from LA. He was from there. He knew the city. He knew people. It was resources.
We
And
call
that
it.
just was what the fuck that was. But
Okay, she owned
we
it.
were in a relationship though.
That was a
He
situation.
cheated, but he was in a relationship.
Mela gonna kick my ass. She was
I
in a
love
situation.
it. I got another question. Ladies, get ready for the questions. Get ready, get ready, get ready. How much truth is too much truth? Oftentimes, men have always said, women can't handle the truth.
You just hit a nerve. Because we don't
How much?
like it.
I need to know. How much truth is too much truth?
For me, there's never too much truth. Because I'm one of them people that want to know, and I'm going to find out anyway. So, I mean, it's just natural. I need to know. I'd rather know because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm an honest person. Everybody don't think like I do. So, you can't... Women don't want to hear the truth. That's the problem. They say they want to hear it, but you don't want to hear that your man fucked 2 bitches while he was in Vegas on his week trip. You don't want to hear that shit. You don't want to hear that he was sucking titties the way he sucked yours. You don't want to hear those details. So, yeah, that might be a little too much truth.
Sarah, how much truth is too much truth, Sarah, for you?
I love the truth that makes me feel good, but that's few and far between. So I'd rather you be honest with me. I like men to be honest with me.
What I've learned is the shit women like, they like in small doses.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a such thing as just it's
Yes.
too much now. There's
Right.
a such thing as it just
And
being
what
too
happens
much.
is women say they want the truth, but they don't want unadulterated, unedited, unrefined truth. And there's versions of that. They want prepared, manicured, truth with preservatives in it. You know what I'm saying? They want processed truth. They don't want raw dog, this how. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's for the most
I
part.
agree.
Now, and I'm saying that's across the board. So women talk about, I want an intellect. No, you don't. Because if you get an intellect in your relationship and he's smarter than you, and you know he is, then you got to bend the knee to that. And there are a lot of women that don't want to bend the knee to certain aspects. He's like, and men, vice versa. Listen, men really be acting out when his woman's smarter than he is.
Oh yeah,
Niggas really can't handle a brilliant woman.
No.
And I mean brilliant. Like, I've talked to people who feel like, oh, if I'm articulate, he'll think I'm smart. See, I know the difference between articulation, stringing words together, and intelligence. I've been with women who think they're on par. Oh shit, I'm around this nigga. I better say a multi-syllabic word or something, because shit, I got to say something.
I go around and say expialidocious and leave it at that, nigga, because I ain't gonna act like I'm smart as your ass.
I think that it depends, though, to answer your question, because
Y'all like shit in doses.
I can hear the truth about, like, you know, finances and a bunch of other things, but when it comes to cheating, I don't know that I want to hear. I don't know that I want, like, you better not ever let me find out. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna own up to it. You better not ever let me find out. And if you're gonna cheat, when you go to Bali, get a bitch there, use protection, and don't get her pregnant and come home. But it better not be. I would say.
Let me ask you a question. Have you damaged somebody's property before?
She look like it.
No.
She bust the windows out.
No, because there's a whole energy coming off of May right now
Like, I
that seems as if
know.
she's destroyed some shit.
You know what? Maybe I have been a little crazy in the
I think
past,
so.
now that I think about it.
I think so.
Nothing too bad.
Mimi, get in here.
Don't give her no baseball bats. I'm scared.
Of course, sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, but if you like don't really want to be with me, and even though that would hurt, and you like some other female to the level that you feel like that's where your heart is when you laying down with me and you thinking about her, go on and let me know you need to be somewhere else. Don't waste my time. Go on and live your best life.
No, that's wasting a perfectly good woman that's laying right next to me.
I know. I'm saying.
What if I need a little motivation to roll over on you?
But I was following up with her saying she don't want to hear the truth. It was asked if we want to hear the truth. You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, in about a relationship, I'm saying I can handle certain things, but I'm saying, but if he's like, I don't want to hear every detail, like, oh, I hit a girl last night. You know, he liked one time, that's cool, but I'm saying if he really into that, I want to know that. Go on and do you, because I guess what, I'm holding you back.
Right.
You feel me? If you
I'm
feel
holding
like,
you back from all your hoes.
Yeah.
That's also not really realistic, though. It's no. I don't want to say it's no such thing. Yeah, because I'm like, unfortunately. Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's some brothers out there pretty honest.
That's gonna stop. Like,
Get on the
you know
mic.
what? I
Get
want
on
to
the
go
mic.
fuck somebody else. Let me go leave and go fuck. That exists. People.
Oh no, they got. So let me tell you something. When
it's
somebody
niggas
is
out there.
bossed up and they got them lined up, and he go
They
ahead
don't
and he
give a
choose the
fuck.
one. He got 20 of them, and he like, you know what? I'm gonna go on and hold on number
That should
5.
be- but you
he
know
gonna
what?
keep it 100. Like,
That
check
should
this
be-
out, 2 to 10.
That should be a.
I got to go on and get with them, my real one.
But
You
that
feel
should
me?
be a-
Don't
that-
call me no more, boo.
But that should be a
Enjoy
default.
the gifts.
That should be a
What?
default.
You feel me?
How so?
Enjoy what?
That should be a default.
What?
If you're looking for the baller, you should have an understanding that
Right.
you're one in the chamber.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anybody can go.
Even
Or
if you-
come.
wait,
Come or
look,
go.
and even if you're married, you're
Right.
one in the chamber.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
Real
it's a
shit.
full clip.
Right. And
Because that's how society is set up.
I mean, I know dudes that do that. I know dudes that
Me
got them
too.
lined up, and you know what I'm saying. And some of the girls know about it. He literally invites. Sometimes they can come over at the same time if they want to. I mean, some people have it lined up. We know people. You've seen people. They got their 2 girlfriends.
Yeah, my
It's
Uncle
popping.
No,
You
I
feel
know a
me?
brother so cold. He'll have one waiting downstairs, have a whole bag of condoms on the table, smash. I'm typing up a script, watching the shit going down. Like, this
That
nigga
was
got
my
my bitch
homeboy.
downstairs, one in the bedroom,
Sean.
just doing his thing.
And y'all go for it.
Oh yeah, my homegirl was
I
doing
mean,
that.
they was coming all day, and I was just a typing.
Shoot, I got a homegirl. She loves
You got something?
Yeah, my Uncle Steve, he been married for 35 years, but he's been dating his girlfriend for 32. She doesn't want to get married. He said he was going to leave his wife for her, and she said no. She liked the situation.
That's
got
a
women
whole
out there.
different show, girl.
I like that. We will revisit that. More questions from Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is at Mr. Zoe What. And let me just say, for the people who are challenged a bit, ZOE is Zoe.
That is a girl's name.
ZO is Zoe.
On his
A lot
hat.
of people be like, ZOE, like it's
Yeah, that
at
bewilders me.
Mr. Zoe What on Instagram. Follow me over there. Please, please, please continue to support on my super chat. We're broadcasting live on Dash Radio, Voice of Reason Radio, as well as YouTube at vibrationfrequency.com. Black-owned business. Brothers in here doing high-end production.
Right. Nice artwork everywhere.
Vibrationfrequency.com. Another questions. They keep rolling in. Do women know they crazy or not?
Yes, we know. I'm crazy than a motherfucker. Thank you.
Yes, we know. I love my crazy.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying.
So,
But some women don't know.
Really quickly, I want to know, how does your crazy affect your intimate life? How does it hurt or help or hinder your relationship? Because you could be crazy in a freaky way, and guys will be like, hey, let's investigate said insanities, right? But then you could be crazy in another way, like May, who might destroy your property if you cheat on her. So we want to know, like, no, May, don't try to defend that shit. You done said it. It's out there. It's in the universe now.
What did I say about destroying property?
You destroy people's shit.
No,
Hey, you
I
already
don't.
got the jail outfit on. Don't destroy nobody's property,
Fashion,
please.
peaches. It's fashion.
No, but somebody wrote this question. I just wanted to know, because a lot of times, even in jest, if we position a question like this, it gets turned into, oh, he's misogynist, he's toxic masculinity, and all of these other things. And as you saw, the response to this question from the women on the panel is, yeah, we crazy. Now, this goes back to the point I was trying to make earlier about women hating on each other, to bring a full circle thought here. Y'all get more hate from women than anybody else. Mm-hmm. At least the men will find some level of enjoyment and be like, oh, that was the truth. And she pretty.
Right.
Or that was the truth. And you know what, look at them lips. Mm-hmm. You know, men is, we're a bit more, simple.
Right.
But y'all get an extreme amount of hate from women who think you guys are not intellectual equals.
Oh, yes.
Who think you guys, don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Don't have a clue about us.
My thing is, because I think it's insanity, to go back to that original point, to seek equality in the world when there's so much dissension within your gender. How, then, do you reconcile that insanity?
Whew, that is a mouthful. And with them saying it's 100 and how many genders? What'd they say? I'm just saying. They said it's 199,000 genders. So I guess we got to start picking which part of the gender we gonna be that day, huh? Is that what it is now? No, I love being a woman. I love everything about being a woman, and I love other women. I love these two women next to me. I love that crazy woman over there. And do I like them every day? Probably not. I mean, we're human beings, but I love them every day, and I'm gonna respect them every day, even if I don't agree with them every day. And that's how we should treat each other. You treat each other how you want to be treated is how I was raised, no matter who it is.
Mimi?
Well, I feel like women hate on women, but I feel like I love my sisters. The thing about it is we have to learn to come together. It's kind of like what Peaches said. It's like we got to stop hating on each other and kind of come together as a group, because guess what? If the people are against us, let's just say you're on the job, they're against you, you're here, they're against you, where can you ever find peace if we're against each other? So we honestly have to learn to have more love for one another. And even if someone is hating on you, you know what I do sometimes? I laugh at that. I think it's funny. Oh, you hate on me and I don't even know your name. Oh, you're rolling your eyes and I don't even know who you are.
I laugh too.
I love the hate when I don't even know who you are. It lets me know I'm doing a great job. So if someone's hating on you, they don't hate on people that they look down on. They hate on people that they look up to, or they see something in you they wish they had. So if someone's hating on you, keep doing your thing and don't stop.
I wish I could just reach out and hug them when they hating without getting punched, but you know.
You're not a hugger.
I am a hugger.
No.
Yeah.
No. Put those away.
It's a lot of different reasons and a lot of different, ingredients that are part of the level of hate that women and black women have for each other. That's when I can go back to how I was raised, because I'm number 6 out of 7. I got 4 older sisters. So my eldest is 50, and then it comes down after that. So
Oh, wow.
my mom graduated high school with 2 kids, so it was so much love and so much just togetherness in my family, especially when we fell in hard times.
Right.
So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really know how difficult it was and how real it really was on behalf of women not fucking with each other until I moved from Los Angeles to North Carolina to go and get my bachelor's degree. I will say that I was almost sheltered in a way that, my parents were hippies, so they come from a lovey-dovey sort of situation too. So I'm not gonna lie, they coming up, they weren't always Mela, ain't nobody always gonna like you. I'm not gonna lie, certain conversations I didn't really get. So I went to North Carolina hey guys, let's be friends, and them bitches was like, bitch, what? You got on
California, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I learned. But there's a lot of it's a lot of toxicity. And hopefully one day it could all change. But honestly, do I believe in it? No, because I believe that a lot of very powerful women, unfortunately, there's so many younger women that look up to them, but let that woman make one wrong move, even if she is just being a human, even if she is just making a mistake.
Full circle.
Then it's they completely, then it's over. Then it's over, and you got to start all over. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of different levels.
Oh, so y'all do that with everybody, all genders.
No, I don't have to do
genders,
I got sisters to look up to. I got role models.
Whole 100 genders.
I got role models.
You should have never told me that shit.
Hey, Javon Steplight just dropped $100 on the super chat.
Thank
you. Again, look, we got to wrap up the show. Like I said, man, of course it's mixed with, levity and, me and Peaches, we poke at each other all the time. I always got to say that because people take it personally, and I love Peaches, and I love...
My brother.
Yes, and I love Mimi, and I love May. She's new to the game, but...
May brought it today. She
May
opened
did
her
her
mouth.
thing.
Hey.
And then I love Sarah. Sarah, just come on over here real quick so they can see
Singing
you.
Sarah, come on.
I love Sarah. People are talking about my pants. These are sweatpants.
He got every Egyptian
Ramomar.
on there.
Trying to show you the thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying
to. We saw it. You know you on here with women. We like zing.
Only women think like that. I wasn't even. What the? Okay,
Well, you stood up in
This was a promo for
sweatpants.
Ramomar NY. It's a sweatsuit. It got a jacket, a hoodie, and all of that.
Ramomar.
Yeah, man.
That's
y'all.
how his ass should go. Ramomar.
But I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I don't have all the answers, but we do have fun, bringing these conversations to you. Please don't forget to support the Mansion's clothing line. We need 50 garments moved right now. Can we get that? We got 1,000 people in the chat room. Can we get people to go to poweronclothing.com, PIO clothing.com, and get your Mansion's gear now? I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. We should be returning this Wednesday with a Mansions episode. I appreciate you all for supporting. If you support Mansions, you got to support Voice of Reason, all right? I love y'all. We got to go. We out. Deuces.